300 million years ago, a creature died and drifted to the bottom of a carboniferous ocean. It settled into the fine silt, rotting away over a period of weeks, becoming a biological puzzle for future paleontologists. In 2000, researchers at the Mazon Creek site in Illinois uncovered a specimen named Pohlsepia mazonensis. It featured a fused sac-like head, 8 arms, and a pair of fins, the exact anatomical profile of a modern octopus. The find was officially certified as the world's oldest octopus by the Guinness World Records, seemingly pushing the origin of the species back by millions of years. This created an evolutionary contradiction. Standard biological models place the emergence of octopuses in the Jurassic period, yet this fossil predated those estimates by 150 million years. Despite the prestigious title, the specimen lacked definitive octopus traits. There were no visible suckers, no ink sac, and no beak. Classification largely relied on what the fossil didn't have. Because researchers could see no evidence of a hard protective shell, they concluded the soft-bodied creature had to be an early octopus. For decades, the find remained an outlier that didn't fit the broader evolutionary story. It raised a difficult question. Could a major scientific classification be based entirely on superficial similarities? And if so, how do you prove it wrong? Dr. Thomas Clements of the University of Reading reopened the investigation because the fossil failed to align with modern molecular clock data. If the genetics of living octopuses were correct, Pohlsepia simply shouldn't exist in the Carboniferous. Standard paleontological tools failed to provide answers. Clements used scanning electron microscopes and geochemistry to peer inside the rock, but the fossil refused to reveal its anatomical structure. Clements turned to synchrotron imaging, a technique that uses particle acceleration to map the internal composition of solid objects. The synchrotron generates X-ray beams brighter than the sun. These rays penetrate the rock to map structures hidden just below the surface, providing a three-dimensional view of organic remains without damaging the stone. The scans identified a radula, a microscopic feeding ribbon covered in rows of tiny teeth. The number and arrangement of these teeth provided the data necessary to reevaluate the fossil's identity. This hidden anatomical feature offered the first concrete physical evidence to challenge the 20-year-old assumption that the creature was an octopus. Living octopuses possess 7 to 9 teeth per row. The fossil scan revealed at least 11. This count matches a nautilus, which has 13. Accounting for 2 teeth lost during preservation, the fossil aligns exactly with a nautilus relative. Today, nautiluses are the only cephalopods with external shells. They represent a lineage that diverged from octopuses roughly 400 million years ago, maintaining a heavy armor that octopuses eventually traded for speed. The presence of nautilus teeth in a shellless fossil is explained by taphonomy, the science of how organisms decay and fossilize over millions of years. After dying, this ancient nautilus rotted for weeks on the seafloor. As the connective tissues failed, the soft body slipped out of its heavy shell, leaving only a mass of tentacles and organs. This heavy shellless mass collapsed into the thick mud and flattened, its arms splayed out in a circular crown, and the remaining tissue settling into a shape that mimicked the sac-like mantle of an octopus. The world's oldest octopus was a biological illusion, a case of a decomposing nautilus taking on a deceptive shape before being locked in stone. The fossil has been officially reclassified as Paleocadmus polli. It is no longer considered an octopus, but rather a relative of the nautilus that lived in the same region. Removing this specimen from the octopus lineage repairs the evolutionary tree. With this anomaly gone, the origin of octopuses shifts back to the Mesozoic era, bringing the fossil record into harmony with modern genetic data. This reclassification provides researchers with the oldest known soft tissue evidence of a nautiloid. It offers a rare look at the internal biology of a creature that lived 300 million years ago. Paleontology is a dynamic, self-correcting science. In this case, a single row of microscopic teeth was enough to clarify the history of cephalopod evolution and correct a 20-year misunderstanding of the fossil record.